You ever eat too much?
Look at me. In fact, that was a pointed question.
I didn't know where you're
Why
going.
Why do we both just stare at you? We just stared at you.
No, I actually.
Like, when was the last time you ate so much you're a little bit upset at yourself? When was the last
Not
time?
that long ago.
Like, how
Not
long
even
ago?
that I'm upset with myself, but my stomach like physically.
Yeah, you're
will
just
hurt.
like, you're uncomfortable. Like, when was this last time?
Probably last week.
Last week.
Yeah.
How long ago, Nate?
I'm at risk of this every Sunday night.
Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
In Sunday night. Yeah, this
Last Sunday night.
Yes.
Yeah, Sunday night. You know, it's like I really want to celebrate. Really want to party. Everybody is toast.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is. I know
Toasted.
no one can function.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm not doing that. So I go home and I can't really think straight. I'm not thinking well. Finally, later, I get up, I go to In-N-Out.
That's a great choice for a
That's
Sunday
where
night.
we went to.
But I'm over ordering.
Of course.
Yeah, because you're so hungry.
Yeah, I'm so hungry, but I'm just so excited.
Yeah.
Are you still doing, what are they called? The Flying Dutchman?
I'm Flying Dutchman, but I'm also cheeseburger with it.
Oh,
so it's
wow.
double up.
Wait,
That's
do
the
you
real
do your
problem.
Flying
What?
Dutchman like how it comes, or do you
No,
add
with the
like
onions. I did the
So
onions, the Flying Dutchman with the
amazing.
onions.
It's so amazing.
So I devoured that.
Yep.
Then I got a cheeseburger. Then I got my fries twice through because
That's the only way to
the
do
In-N-Out fries are terrible
They
unless you do them twice through.
Okay.
But then it's a big day, so I'm doing the malt. I'm doing the chocolate
Oh,
shake.
wow.
I'm not a chocolate shake guy. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that.
Wow.
No,
You were
and-
last night.
but I was this week, and I gotta tell you, I paid the price for it. Because you're just uncomfortable, and you're just like, and then it's the self-loathing. It's just the self-talk. It's really negative. Why did you do that? You're supposed to be in shape. You're getting old. Why would you do this?
My sleep tracker, when I wake up in the morning, it asks this question: did you eat close to bed? Like, dang it.
That's when you know, and that's
That's
like the
not
most
good.
passive aggressive. Like, did you happen to eat before you went to bed?
Yeah.
That is not
In
good.
fact,
No.
we know because of your sleep quality that
Yeah.
you did.
Is it the sweet that puts you guys over?
I gotta admit, I think it's the bread.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the fries. There's
carb.
always room for dessert.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I would just rather have another burger than a dessert.
Oh, see,
Like
I can't. No.
Yeah, like I'm a
last night.
savory
Like this is
person.
like this is great. Like last night, Julia made this great like noodles, kind of like fried rice, like these like great steaks, like just beautiful dinner, right? But we're not ending with that. So I go in the fridge. These little Reese's Trader Joe's peanut butter cups.
Oh, in the fridge.
In the
is-
fridge.
They're
That
so
is
good.
top tier.
You're not doing one of those.
No,
I just grab a
you
handful,
can't just do one of those.
4 or 5 of those things. Just
Well, it's dark chocolate, right?
it's dark chocolate.
Yeah, so it's good for
It's
you.
good for
Yeah,
you.
peanut
Yeah, good
butter.
for your heart
I'm not
or
mad at
something.
myself, but Sunday night, I'm telling you, it was a low moment. Just sitting there, like, you did this to yourself, man. hey, we promised ourselves we wouldn't do this anymore, but look at us, we're back in the same spot.
Diet starts on Monday.
You can't have a podcast on leadership. You can't lead yourself. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. We are back at it. Another week of getting up and solving problems, leading ourselves, leading the team, doing our best. We're episode 173. 173 today. Welcome to episode number 173. I'm very excited about our subject matter, but I want to thank everybody that likes and subscribes and comments. Got a lot of comments. People clearly love the DM shout out that teacher Maddie's getting, but thank you to everybody that leaves a comment and let us know. Somebody was commenting that they were leaning in from 30,000
Yeah, that's cool.
feet in the air,
Stop.
flying to LA from London,
Yep.
Love that.
leaning in from the air, from the sky.
That's some
So,
impressive Wi-Fi for the plane.
100%.
I never get that.
No, same.
100%. Well, maybe, yeah. I was gonna say maybe they're on Spotify, but that was a YouTube comment, so that kind of like
Yeah.
It's strange. I don't know.
when you have a shake, you just kind of think as well. You're not as sharp, but and by the way, subscribe to our email. We put out a weekly leadership email, and we'd love. In fact, I saw someone yesterday, and they said they read the leadership email every single
Whoa.
week. It's
I
their
love that.
favorite.
Yeah,
They're like,
that's
it's my
great.
favorite thing. And I just, that meant the world to us. Also, lastly, the book is coming out. I bet you think this book is about you. It's coming out in just 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's so close.
3 weeks away, maybe 4. Sorry,
I think it's 4.
I think it's 4. I think it's 4 as well. 4 weeks away from the launch. Pre-order, get your team the book.
Yep.
Want to really encourage you, if you're a leader and you got a team, buy your whole team this book. It is it's my favorite so far. It really is talking about what I think preserves teams, and that is humility, going low, serving others. We talk about this all the time on our podcast, that life is about arrows out. And that's really what this book is about. It really is a leadership book. So make sure you grab a copy, not just for yourself, but for your team as well.
Hey, we want to take a quick break from our Leadership Lean In content to shout out one of our favorite sponsors, Mosh Bars.
Yeah, we love them. I actually heard a rumor that
Okay.
they have not only a new look, but they have a new formula. Nate, tell us about this new formula of Mosh Bar.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, I love the cookie dough one.
Yeah, it's so good.
And now they have this ingredient called Cognizin that helps with your brain health.
Wow.
And it's absolutely amazing for a protein bar. It's one of those bars where you eat it and you think you're cheating, but
It
you're
is
not.
that. You're
It is
never
so
cheating.
good.
And there's 8 flavors.
Yes,
I love the variety of flavors. They have fruity ones, they have chocolatey ones.
they have plant-based
Yeah.
varieties as well.
No, but we want to make sure that we give you the offer they've given us because we love Mosh Bar. We're using this. We want you to use it. We want you to love it as much as we are. So I'm just going to read this directly because we do not want you to miss out on any part of it. So if you want to find ways to give back to others and to fuel your body and your brain, Mosh Bars are the perfect choice for you. Head to moshlife.com/LLI to save 20% off plus free shipping on the Best Sellers trial pack. That's 20% off plus free shipping on the Best Sellers trial pack at moshlife.com/LLI. Thank you, Mosh, for sponsoring this episode.
Oh yeah, by the way, they were on Shark Tank. I'm not gonna spoil anything.
You need to
gotta,
go watch.
Yeah, you gotta go watch it. You gotta check it out.
Yeah.
But we're gonna head back to our Leadership Lean In content. Let's go.
We are jumping in today. We are talking about building a culture of celebration. And I just love this subject because we're fresh off the heels of a massive celebration
we
for
are.
us.
Yeah.
And so we just partied and celebrated. I just think about the power of celebration, the power of partying. One of my favorite leaders, Rich Jr., he talks about partying with a purpose. I think for a long time, people had this negative connotation of partying or celebration as Christian leaders. But I've found that some of the best partiers are people that are Christian leaders. We know how to party with a purpose. And I want to talk about building within your team a culture of celebration.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a great party. There's nothing like celebrating others and celebrating the moment and knowing when to pause and go, you know what? We're not doing anything other than celebrating.
Yeah.
We are going to go nuts. We are going to clap, dance, shout, post, whatever, what just transpired, or more importantly on the team, what you just accomplished. I think this is such a key to leadership, is acknowledging the greatness that is within others and what they are accomplishing and bringing to the table. I think the more people feel celebrated, the more people feel honored, the best you get out of them. When people, let's play law of opposite, when people don't feel celebrated and when they don't feel honored, you don't get the best of them. The best staff meeting I've ever been to is Todd and Julie Mullins in West Palm Fellowship Church.
Wow.
Sorry, Christ Fellowship.
Yeah.
Christ Fellowship.
In West Palm. Yeah.
Yeah. What do I say? Fellowship Church, Ed Young Jr. Christ Fellowship. Anyways, Todd and Julie Mullins, best staff meeting I've ever been to, about 500, 600 staff. And I'm telling you, when I walked in this environment, I was like, what is going on here? Everybody loved each other. Everybody was happy. Everybody was up. And all they did, they worshiped a little bit, but then they started just acknowledging the greatness of this guy and what this campus is doing. And you could just feel the whole room. The competitive spirit was out the window. The backbiting, the negativity, the believing the worst about others was just gone. And I hadn't stepped foot in a meeting like that, especially on that scale. That's 500 staff members. But that culture of celebration, it made me want to be on their team.
Yeah.
And I just think when you build that culture, it's going to make people want to be alongside of you and building with you.
Yeah.
So a few things today. Number one, make a big deal about others. Small leaders make a big deal about themselves, but great leaders make a big deal about others. Make them the hero, because they are. Your team is the hero. And so make a big deal. How do you make people feel like, man, what you're doing is so significant, what you accomplished, you went over and above, you have such an amazing ability, gifting, and talent, plus with your work ethic. How do you make a big deal about others? I think the problem for most leaders is that they want to make a big deal about themselves.
That's right.
People so want to be a big deal and they end up not becoming one. But I think that if you make a big deal about others, the rest just kind of, I find it just takes care of itself.
Falls in place. Yeah.
This just falls in place in life. But I just like this value. Is like, how do I make people feel bigger than what they really are? How do I breathe that life into them, breathe that belief in them, and make them feel like a big deal? This to me is like one of the biggest deals in leadership.
Yeah, and making big deals of people isn't doing like big acts. It's the smaller acts that actually translate more. It's just having the dedication to do it.
Yeah.
Saying hello, saying their name, saying you appreciate them.
Yeah.
You know, acknowledging their work, acknowledging the time they've put in, celebrating whatever it is their win is.
Yeah.
Which actually isn't hard to do.
It's not, but you have to kind of get out of your world and out of your head and out of your zone.
That is the hard part.
And step out and go, I'm gonna add here.
100%.
That is celebrating. I spent most of my day on Sunday trying to reply to every text. I spent all of Monday just texting. Just thank God we can text from our laptops.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much
gosh,
better.
it's a game changer.
But I'm following up with people that came. Thank you so much. Blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to do my best to celebrate others, make them the big deal.
Yeah.
Because I think they are. It's not like a coy tactic.
Right.
It's not like a maneuver. It's coming from the belief that people make the place special.
Yep.
It's not about buildings, in our case, what we're talking about. It is about the people and believing in them and believing that yourself, that, man, this is the real joy and thrill of life.
So true.
That's right. I think such a great tactic for doing this. We talk about gossip a lot here on the podcast and how dangerous that is.
Yeah.
But if you can flip the script on that and you can get really good at gossiping compliments about your teammates, then it automatically it seeds celebration. It seeds that this is an environment where it's not just safe to talk about people, but when we talk about people, we're celebrating them.
Yeah, that's
exactly
great.
right.
And then when you hear someone say, "Hey, I heard your name get brought up the other day,"
Yep.
and usually it's like, "Uh-oh, what'd they say?"
Yeah.
Instead, it's in a culture where there's celebration, it's like, "Hey, I just want to say, we see how hard you're working, and people are talking about it." You know, Paul says this in one of his letters. We've heard of your faith.
Yeah.
And we've heard, you know, and it's like, I hope that's the environment that celebration creates.
That's
We've
exactly
heard
right.
about it.
And I think when people know that they're celebrated, they feel very safe. When people feel like I'm sacrificing, I'm laboring, I'm going over and above, and no one's acknowledging it.
Yeah.
I just find, make it easy. Julia does this better than anybody. Julia has thrown more baby showers and birthday parties for other people than anybody I know. She just, it's so-and-so's birthday. Come on, let's get them a cake. Let's invite people over. Let's order some pizza. Let me make something for them. Like, she is the master of celebrating others and making other people feel big.
Yeah.
And when I first got married to her, I was so inspired by that. Whoa, we spent how much money on, I just met Jill. That's so exciting. So her birthday costs more than all of my combined. That's so great. I'm so excited for Jill. What's her last name? You know, like, Julia's just over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think when people feel seen, I think on our teams, they have to feel known and needed. I know you, I need you. I know you, I need you. And when that is felt and you make people the big deal, you get the best of them. I put down also, acknowledge people's sacrifice. People on your team are sacrificing. There is the bare minimum, which I always feel like when someone's giving you bare minimum, it's because something else is going on in their life. There's something swirling. They could be going through trouble in their relationships, in their soul, in their money, in their world, in their faith. You fill in the blank. Something. If you're getting bare minimum, something's going on. We got to inspect that and help them with that, because they don't want to barely get by, So that's a reality. But when people go over and above, I think that we got to do a good job of acknowledging it, celebrating it,
That's right.
Hey, we want to just say the production, man. We just want to say so and so. One of my favorite moments of this past weekend, we're grand opening of this building, is just acknowledging like Nico.
Yeah. Yep.
Just acknowledge people's sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know how easy that is?
Right.
What did that cost us?
Nothing.
Right.
Yep.
Make other people the hero.
Yeah.
Leadership's not rocket science. It's like, hey, make people feel loved, make people feel valued, make people feel seen, make people feel celebrated and honored. And you ever notice when someone gets honored, they're like, but inside they're just like this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it does something to you.
Yeah, it does.
Being celebrated, it does something. It's a deposit. And leadership to me is deposit withdrawal. Number 3, treat others the way you want to be treated. The golden rule. The other day I asked my boys, I said, boys, what is the golden rule? And one of them goes, love your neighbor as yourself. And I was like, no, close.
It's pretty
It's
close.
a good one. It's a good one.
Close. Treat other the way you want to be. Like, this is my voice for my boys. But I just think that's it, man. How do you want to be treated? How do you want people to see you? How do you want?
Yeah.
Well, remember, you can never reap what you don't sow. Leadership is about sowing and reaping. Life is about sowing and the same measure you use is the same measure that's coming back.
Yeah.
So again, I don't do this out of manipulation or to be tactical. If I celebrate others, I'm going to be celebrated. That's like generosity. If I give, I'm going to get.
Right.
But I know how life works. How in the world could I be treated this way if I don't treat others first? It's like friendship. If I want a friend, I got to be a friend.
That's right.
So true.
If I want a culture of celebration, I should walk around high-fiving and celebrating and just making a big deal. Because that's just how, I want that in my culture.
Yep.
I'm establishing within a community. When you're a leader of a team, you're establishing a culture, getting the toxic culture, the wrong culture out. You are acknowledging what is, I always think, being a leader to me is not just establishing culture, it's policing culture.
That's right.
It's going, this is what we are, this is what we value, this is our
Yeah.
mission, this is what we're about. And anybody that steps out of that, like, whoa, hey, just
letting you know.
we don't do that.
Yeah. The laugh.
So sorry. We just don't do that.
Yeah.
But we're about this.
Yeah.
So one of the things we're about is celebration. Why? Because all of us deep down, we want to be honored.
That's right.
And if you don't get honored, it feels off in you. Like, I should be honored right now. Why am I not? And thankfully I don't feel a lack of honor. Like Sunday, I'm walking around. I feel like, wow, because I feel like we built a culture of celebration.
Yeah.
So everybody's
That's
being
right.
celebrated. We're celebrating this group that gives generously. We're celebrating the people that set up. We're celebrating the construction company. We're celebrating the owner. We're just celebrating. There's enough to go around.
Yeah.
It's the whole saying, when I make your light shine, doesn't make my light dim.
Yeah.
That's right.
When you celebrate, it just gets in. It's kind of like, you ever notice, last night I did a wedding in Newport. And so it was so sad because it was supposed to be on a boat, but the motor went out. So we just did it there in the harbor.
Oh, no.
Those little whoopsies. And so it was a chill wedding, just friends and family. And the groom that got married, after everything, he wanted to do a toast. He started off, he's a leader. So he's like, I want to start a toast. And then he started honoring, his parents. He honored his new wife's parents. He honored his siblings. He honored his children. And then as soon as he was done, someone goes, hey, I want to say something. And then somebody else wants to say something. And you know how it works.
Yep.
Now
we're 10, 12 deep. But it takes a leader to step up first and go, I want to celebrate this person.
Yeah.
And someone goes, yeah, that is right. And that is good. And I need to celebrate.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It gets in the air.
Totally.
It's infectious.
It's infectious,
Yeah.
as opposed to like everybody gets quiet. I get scared when things get quiet. I know something's wrong. Well, I'm like, anybody want to say something?
The squeak of the chair.
Yeah, the chair.
That was everything.
The chair was like
that was like the crickets moment.
No, that was perfect.
Think about that though. When things are quiet, when everybody's quiet, it's like, I know what we need right now. A leader.
Yep.
If we had a leader right now, because a leader sees the opportunity and goes, let me say something.
Yeah.
Let me step in right now because this is a perfect moment to celebrate somebody.
Right.
And I want to acknowledge and I want to honor and I want to say, because to me, when you don't have a leader in the room, everybody stays quiet.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know who the leader is just based upon who steps up right now.
That's great.
There's such a tension in that silence, isn't there?
Woo.
Everyone's saying something
In their head.
with that silence. And to find a reason to celebrate in the middle of that tension changes the whole dynamic.
That's it. And so if you are a leader, which is why you listen to this podcast, take those moments of awkward silence and step in.
Yeah.
And step through that opportunity and go, you know what? I want to say something. I got something. And I just want to say you're the best. And I acknowledge you and thank you. And so wouldn't be here without you. You know, and by the way, let me just give you the next thought. You should be someone that's easy to celebrate. I don't like being around people. It's like, it's so hard for me to celebrate them. They make it so hard on me to celebrate them because of their inconsistency and their attitude and because of how it's so hard to celebrate. I like being around people. It's like, you're so easy to celebrate.
Yep.
Yeah.
You make it so easy to celebrate you. You just got the best attitude and you're so consistent. If I want that from my team, I have to first lead like that.
Yeah.
I have to model that. I have to be somebody that's like, you make it easy for me to celebrate you. What would be the attitudes or the character that is difficult to celebrate? I think, and again, going back to the book that's about to come out, this is the difference between pride and humility. It's hard to celebrate prideful people. It's really easy to celebrate humble people.
Yeah.
Let's look at humility. What is humility? Servant leadership. Those that don't need a thank you and celebration. Those that just continue to put their head down, their hand to the plow, humbly before others, humbly before God. It's easy to celebrate humble people. Prideful people are what? Conceited, arrogant, narcissistic, self-seeking, self-promoting. It's hard to celebrate pride. It's easy to celebrate humble.
That's right.
So I just think, make it easy for people to say. People should say of you, you're so easy to celebrate.
Yeah.
The irony is the leader who wants to be celebrated is usually never worthy to be celebrated.
That's just the bottom line.
But the tension is I want to live, I want to inspire, I want to be a leader who can be celebrated, but if I'm not, I'm going to do it anyway.
It's like fishing. You ever know somebody that's fishing for a compliment?
Yep.
Yes.
Fishing for honor.
Yes.
Fishing for,
Yeah.
you know, on social media, they call it a thirst trap.
Yeah.
But in leadership, I call it fishing. When someone's fishing for honor.
Yep.
Ugh.
So weird.
Yeah.
Ooh, and you can just feel it.
You feel it. It's like you waiting for me to.
And then it's like, now I don't want to compliment you.
No, I don't.
Exactly.
The honor I did have for you.
nullified all of it.
Yeah.
You know, I think I told you a story about, it was a pastor friend I have that was talking to the worship team. And he said he was fishing with the worship team for a compliment because he just got done preaching. And so he was fishing and he acknowledged it. I'd like that he acknowledged it. He's like, man, you guys did such a great job with worship today. Worship was amazing. You guys are incredibly so anointed. And the worship leader was like, man, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. And he just kept waiting for the worship.
For him to return it.
Yeah, to be like, but your word today.
Your word was
Your
really
word. And he never gave it. And he said, it was my bad because I wasn't really complimenting him.
Wow.
Right.
I was fishing for me.
Wow.
And I think that's very important that we acknowledge
Yeah.
That's right.
the purity of, I'm glad he didn't get it back.
Yeah.
Because you weren't actually in purity trying to celebrate somebody.
What a gross
you were trying,
culture.
But healthy that he acknowledged it.
100%.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Yes.
you made the mistake, but you can recover from that as long as you acknowledge, like, I'm an idiot.
And
Yeah.
you grow, of course. But that culture where everyone's just trying to give each other compliments to get one back, that becomes a really strange environment to be a part
To
of.
me, that is the danger of generosity. I think a lot of people give to get. I think a lot of people are giving because they want to get.
That's an
that
investment.
is a scary thought to me. It's like,
scary.
I give because I am blessed. I am already taken care of. I'm already
right.
blessed. I'm already good. I give out of strength, not for strength. And so it's a scary reality. And so I think to the best of our ability, let's build a culture of celebration. You know, I want the music up. I want the dancing and the partying. I'm really trying this with my boys. I'm trying to just hold their face. Come here. And I get down real low. Come here, come look at me. Hey, look at me. No, look at me. Hey, you're amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why I'm saying that? No. And it just go off. You're so smart. You're so good looking. And just trying to build that.
Yeah.
I knew who I am because I know what Dad said about me. You know, in the same intention that you're doing that maybe with your children, you got to do that with the team.
Mm-hmm.
Honor, celebrate, invest, make people feel bigger and better about themselves. And you get the best of them.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing is how do I get the best out of this person?
That's right.
How do I get the best?
It's not just about the big days, right?
No.
Today's an easy day to celebrate yesterday or Sunday, but it's about the small days. It's just like you said you take your boys and you're like, hey,
Yeah.
all the time. It's
not
just
their birthday.
consistent.
Yeah. You have to.
The team is the same way.
Yeah.
On a regular Tuesday, on a regular Thursday. Hey, I see your sacrifice today. Or, hey, what you said earlier really stuck out to me. Like, can we have a further conversation about that? It's the consistency and the compliments that makes it a celebration. It makes it, just feel authentic and genuine.
Yeah. And I think when that's in the water, when that's in the culture, it's like, that is electric. As opposed to, I always think if you don't put this stuff in the culture, something else is going to creep in.
Yeah, that's great.
Something else is sneaking in through that side door and going like, now I got a culture of something that like, I don't want any part of that. How did that get here?
Yeah.
And so I would rather create intentionally, curate this culture where it's like, I'm so proud that in our community, we celebrate others well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I think celebration is always a symptom of winning.
Yeah.
It's like you don't see a team who loses and then they celebrate their loss. And so if you see an organization, if you see a team and there's constant celebration, then it shows what they truly value as success.
Yeah.
Even if you don't hit a product line, product number or service or something like that, there's some mistakes. If there's celebration, it means that you really value what matters most, and it's the people of your organization more than it is the results that you're putting out.
That's right. That's right. And I just think, you have to try and believe the best about everybody. I believe the best about them. I believe I speak the best about them. Why? Because if I see the best and I believe the best, I will speak the best.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have negative words, it's, I think, probably coming from a negative place. If you build a culture of celebration, that means that it's a culture of life. It's a life-giving environment.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what you want in your culture, in your community. We want to say thank you, and we celebrate you today. Celebrating that you just hit that subscribe button. Give them the. We celebrate you. And we want to celebrate the fact that you're posting about leadership leaning right now. I just sent your posting about it. We celebrate that post, right? I'm kidding. We love you so much. Thanks so much. 173. Guess what comes next? 174. We'll see you next pod.